Welcome to Influential Sports, where passion meets precision. As I'm your host, Ed, diving deep into the plays, players, and stories shaping the game. So we back another watch along, and then I'm gonna debut a new intro tomorrow. So watch along for the Bills, and yeah, I need batteries for my mouse. But yeah, watch along. So Bills and Dolphins. Let's get into it. Are the Bills? I think the Bills get the ball first. Oh, the Dolphins getting the ball first. Okay. So the Bills deferred. I mean, they are 2-0, and yeah, 2-0 Bills versus the 0-2 Dolphins. So let's see. Oh my goodness, is that 18? That was a good return. All right, let's see what Tua got. Been some struggles these first 2 weeks of the season. So let's see what Tua can do. Damn, 1-8 versus the Bills. I mean, it's a team sport. So you see me touching my screen a lot. That's because my mouse died. So, but that's not the current game. Then when I get a chance, I got to see Game 3 of that playoffs between Dream and Fever. I ain't even see who that is. I looked down for a second. But yeah, a lot of content planned for. Yeah, a lot of content gonna be coming. Gonna be dropping. Got a video tomorrow. Probably do my podcast tomorrow as well. Tomorrow night probably. And then I'm gonna have to go to sleep early, so or I could get it up and yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Uh, I'm gonna have to go back and see that game between. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to see that first WNBA playoff game. But what's the other one? The Storm and Aces. Oh, that should be entertaining. And then I'm gonna have to watch Impact tonight too, or I could just watch Impact tomorrow morning since I have time more than likely. Or I'm gonna have to watch Impact tonight. So, but I think I turn Impact on once we go to halftime and just focus on this game for the time being, and then yeah, I'm gonna put this ice back on now because I just got because my dodgeball practice ends at 8. So then they're doing construction in front of my hall. So it take me a few extra minutes to get back to my dorm. So that's why I started exactly at 8:15 instead of starting a bit earlier. But just got out of dodgeball practice not too long ago. So even though my shoulder injury is healed now, I just put this ice on after every practice now. Seems more beneficial. So I just gotta keep this on till 8:39. Okay. But this is a good drive for the Dolphins. Let's get back to the football game. It's a good drive for the Dolphins so far. They had a good return too, and that was a good read by Tua. Got an easy first down too. Tua 3 of 3 for 20, 23 yards, I think. I need to put my glasses on. Still, was hard to see. Set connection. Saying connection lost, but I'm pretty sure I'm still alive. Let me check something. gonna go to. That's not what I clicked on. I'm gonna go to my channel and make sure I'm still live because I don't want to have to restart it. Okay, so it's still live. Okay. I have flag on the play. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit. Ineligible player downfield. Just gonna move the drive back a little bit. All right. Now the Dolphins need to score on this first drive because if they don't, then because the Bills could easily dominate the Dolphins. But it's been a good first drive for the Dolphins, which is surprising, especially with the recent success that they've had with the recent success the Bills have had against the Dolphins. So they got to score on this drive, even though it's 2nd and 12 now. Chan got about 10 yards. Did he get the first down on that? It seemed like he fell a few yards short, but that was a good run by Devon Chan. I got 11, so they gave him 11 on that 3rd and 1. A great drive for the Dolphins to start this game, especially on the road playing in Buffalo. Wasn't expecting this good of a drive. Now the weather probably isn't that crazy at this time of year. Now playing Buffalo early, that's gonna be playing Buffalo in week 3 is beneficial for Miami because it's on the road. The Dolphins got the first down. Now it's 1st and goal at about the 4 or 5 yard line. That's good blocking from the Dolphins. It's really great blocking because that'll allow him to get a few yards, pick up more than just that one they needed. 7-play, 43-yard drive. Yeah, some of this writing kind of small. I'm going to have to put my glasses on in a second. The handoff. No, we just slipped. Oh, that's okay. Oh. All right, 2nd and goal for the Dolphins. See, I'm going to go to pass play. Damn. That's a good tackle. Who was that? That was Bernard. That was Bernard with the tackle. And Parker Washington with the catch. But damn, that was a good ass tackle. That was a good check down by Tua, but that was an even better tackle. The 3rd and goal for the Dolphins. Let's see, they could probably go to run play here. I think if they give it to Chan, he can get in there. The blocking's been good so far in this first drive. No, that wasn't Chan. Who was that? Ollie Gordon, the second. Watch, you know what? Ollie Gordon, the 2nd touchdown. A great play for the Dolphins. A great drive. Went down the field. Got a good return. Then went down the field to score. Led, even though Chan really led them there with the first down that he got on that. But no, the 2nd and 12 that they had, him getting 11 is what really kept that drive going because he don't get those 11 yards. They probably settled for a field goal, but nice touchdown from Ollie Gordon. So Ollie Gordon's first career touchdown, and Dolphins lead 7-0 in the first quarter. Took commercial goals. All right, wasn't expecting that. This is his first career touchdown in 3 games, so congratulations to him. But damn, Chan did have a nice run that really put them in position to score. So it would have been nice if he was able to get it. But yeah, the, some of these ads are so interesting because they don't really serve a purpose. But now I wonder if I set my fantasy lineup on because I know I got CMC as one, which is crazy because I ain't even get to pick my team. I had the auto draft because I had dodgeball practice tonight at the draft, which I don't know why we couldn't just do the draft on Sunday. That would have made more sense instead of doing it on Monday. But it is what it is. But my team is 2-0 so far, and that's with me auto drafting. And I made a few moves. I couldn't get. I tried to get Daniel Jones, but that didn't work out because somebody else claimed him off waivers before I did. Which, maybe the luck run out, maybe it won't. But it would have been nice to see. And I had Jalen Hurts and Stafford, which I just dropped Stafford because Hurts gonna be the. And then no, I think I kept Stafford. I think I kept Stafford because I can find a better backup quarterback. I just didn't want to have them since they both playing against each other in the same week because Jalen Hurts is gonna be the better fantasy quarterback because he gonna get more rushing yards than Stafford. But Stafford isn't somebody you look for in fantasy. I probably would have went with somebody random for my backup that I feel like he has to do some pull off something spectacular just on a random week. Like if I was able to draft, I probably wouldn't have picked Stafford, and I probably would have picked Bryce Young just because like backup quarterback wasn't too much worried about that. But then it's like now they play against each other in week 3, so I don't know. That should be a good matchup. Hopefully, my Eagles get the win and move to 3-0. And my fantasy team, you were saying, because I'm third. I'm second or third in my league in fantasy with a 2-0 record. It's only two other teams that are 2-0, if I'm not mistaken. But most of the teams in my league are 1-1. So there's still plenty of season left, but I'm off to a good start. Much better than how I started last year. Because I think I was like 1-4 to start last year and within the first 5 weeks. All right, back from commercial break. But damn, that was a good job for the Dolphins. All right, Bills getting the ball now. They're gonna take this. Okay. I mean, the return got to about 30, so that's about where the ball would have been at anyways. But Josh Allen already looking like the MVP candidate through the first 2 weeks of the season. Let's see, second most rushing touchdowns uh, by a quarterback with 67. Okay. Damn, it's a flag. The Bills just got onto the field. I wonder what this is about because just got done with the kickoff and the Bills offense got on the field. Oh, unnecessary roughness on number 85. And I mean, that was he did instigate that. So they finally got the guy who started the. Okay, okay, that sucks for. So they got a good return just for it to start at the 15 because of an unnecessary roughness card. I mean call. Okay, that's amazing. So now they got to go 85 yards down the field. Wow, that was a good pass. Keon Coleman, did he draw a PI on that? I feel like Keon Coleman could have got that, but if he got a PI, then I don't know about that call though. I don't know if that's a PI. That seemed like equal contact, but hey, it was good. Damn, they called a PI on that. I think that's a bad call. What's good? I see you in the chat. I mean, hey, Keon Coleman, I guess. I ain't think that was a PI, but I rock with Keon Coleman, so I'll let that slide. Pass to James Cook. All right. All right. Both teams on the short week, with many of these. Well, the Eagles and Cowboys the only team that played on Thursday that wasn't on a short week because they opened the season. So the Cowboys offense looks electric this year, but that defense, man, giving up almost 40 to the Giants. James Cook, oh my goodness, that's a good ass run. Said, am I good? Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm from Arkansas, but I live in Ohio now because I go to college at the University of Akron. But yeah, I'm originally from Arkansas, but I'm living in Ohio now and for the next few years. That's a good run by James Cook. It wasn't it wasn't nothing explosive, but it got the first down, and he could have got a few more yards if it that tackle looked kind of dangerous. But I guess that's a no call. James Cook another run. Yeah, he gonna run over them all night. James Cook finna run over finna run over the Dolphins all night. And this might be a shootout. And it's taking time off the clock by doing that. Yeah, the Bills they trying to yeah they gonna dominate with the run game tonight. Josh Allen not passing the ball more than 20 times in this game. They going a third straight time, and they finally stopped him. But it's like, man, he going Josh Allen not finna pass the ball over 20 times. They won't even need to. If the Dolphins defense is this bad, I know they only scored 8 against the Colts in the first week. I don't know what happened last week. I forget who they lost to, but they already 0-2 to start the season. So. Was that Kincaid? Yeah, that was Don Kincaid with the catch. Easy first down. Yeah. And then they not going out of bounds either. But that was right to the middle. Got an easy first down. They gonna dominate this game. Or if they don't dominate it, it's definitely gonna be high scoring because I don't really trust the Bills defense. Like that first game against they dominated the Jets, which the Jets are gonna jet, I guess. So I don't know if I should be surprised by that. The, it's the Jets at the end of the day. But their defense looked terrible against the Ravens. So I don't know. And the Dolphins got an explosive offense. Like they got some nice pieces on offense. Another run. Okay. They look like you got at least a yard on there. I mean, this offense, they do got weapons. The Bills, they got James Cook, Dalton Kincaid, Keon Coleman. I don't know. I think Khalil Shakir is still on the team. I could be wrong, but I don't know if Khalil Shakir is still on the team. Then I'm thinking about the touchdown. Oh my goodness, Dalton Kincaid. That was very impressive. Made a tough catch, avoided the tackle, and then got to the end zone by tiptoeing. Oh, that's a very impressive touchdown. That's a nice response. Yeah, that's a very impressive touchdown. It's a 7-7 game now. Had that very impressive touchdown from Don Kincaid. Avoided the tackle, then got right to the end zone, tiptoeing and barely on his feet, losing his balance. Yeah, this we might be in for a shootout here, which I wouldn't be mad at. Now, can the Dolphins keep the pressure on it? Can they pull it out? Because the Dolphins scored first, so now they get the ball back. The Bills deferred, but the Dolphins scored first with that. So now the Dolphins are going to be getting the ball back. So let's see what they can do after these ads done with. Which I got. Just got to keep this ice on for 4 more minutes. Or I might, if it's cold enough, I'm gonna put it on the other arm. Which it might not be, but I got some other packs that I could use. Hey, make sure if you're new to the channel, you subscribe to the channel. Leave a like, comment, check out some of my videos from this past week. I dropped a video about WrestlePalooza on Wednesday. On Monday, I dropped a video about the Chiefs. So make sure y'all check out those last two videos that I dropped. The Chiefs been struggling early on. WWE WrestlePalooza coming up this weekend. So make sure y'all are tuned in, tap into the content. I've been making shorts about the WNBA playoffs. I'm gonna have to get my shorts off for these games tonight, up in the morning, because he's game 3 or the Aces Storm game. I could probably get it straight out for that tonight if I have time. I'm gonna try to get it straight out for this game as well. Yeah, Impact. Even though I probably watch Impact, I might not have shorts out for that. I might just because I'm gonna talk about it. I always post the TNA shorts and talk about it on my podcast on Saturdays, but I don't know what time that. When should I? Because I gotta pre-record my podcast and I gotta see when the best time to drop it. So, because I know what topics I'm gonna talk about, but I gotta do a new format for that. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I think I got an idea what I'm gonna do for my podcast. Yeah, I got a pretty good idea. That's Malik Washington, not Parker. Parker Washington is somebody else, but Malik Washington, another good return, another flag on or penalty on the return. Now that was a good return though. He probably could have got a few more yards, but that was a decent return. I can't take no credit away from that. Now who was the flag on? That's the important question. Illegal block in the back on the Dolphins. Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna push him back. But go to Devon Achane again, and he probably gonna put you in scoring position just like last time. But to get a touchdown to somebody else that didn't get you in scoring position is crazy to me. Because Devon Achane had a really good first drive. He should have been rewarded with the touchdown. Applied that ice, I probably put. All right, once the first quarter ends, I'm gonna step out for a couple of minutes to put my ice up. But yeah, I shouldn't. That should be the only time I'm going during the game. Once the first quarter ends, that's a bad drop by Washington. He could have caught that, even though the pass was a bit high. He still could have got that. And now that's 50-50 on Tua and on Washington. And Tua did throw it a little high, but Washington could have caught that too. That's not what you need. I mean, it stops the clock, so it'll give you a little time. The game plan is 3:54 left in the first quarter. I don't know. They went to Devon Achane there. They should have went to him on first down instead of doing a pass play. What's that? That's 3rd and 5. Yeah, I guess the correctly 3rd and 5. Got 5 yards on it. So good run by A-Chan, but you did that on first down. You could have got 5 yards there and then had a little bit more room to work with on second down. See, now it's 3rd and 5, and you had to get a first down here because you only get 4 yards. You're not going to go for it that deep. Might as well give it to A-Chan again. He could have. Tua just fumbled. He got it back. I don't know if that's on the center. Nah, Tua had his hands on it. I can't put it on the center. Now he got scared. Bernard put fear in his eyes. Now that's terrible. Now Bernard put fear into his eyes and he dropped the ball. Picked it up and tried to get some positive yardage, but 3-and-out. Well, they stopped that run quick. Okay. Like with them 3-and-out, first quarter not over with yet, but I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I just gotta put something up and I'll be back in like a minute. All right, I'm back now. So still at a commercial. So we're gonna see what. All right, State Farm commercial. Okay. But Tua, he led the Dolphins to a 3-and-out with a bad pass and a fumble on a snap, which was his fault. You can't even put that on the center. So I don't know. It's no saving Tua at this point. The guy just isn't that good, which is unfortunate. But it's like, man, damn, they game in the fourth quarter. No, they in the third, right? Or am I tripping? Damn, they in the third. So I could just tune into that. I'm just waiting. I don't want to see the score. Okay, I might tune in a few minutes late to that other game, to the Aces versus Storm, which I'm gonna have to cover that game first. But Cook, that's a good run. That's a good run by James Cook. So I'm gonna have to record these clips throughout the day, and then yeah, I know exactly what I need to do. Okay, and then I can record the video I want on my phone, which would be okay. I'm just brainstorming ideas in my head. All right. An end around, a horse collar. It's not a horse collar tackle. That look pretty dangerous, but okay. I guess we're not calling that now. Definitely like a horse collar, but all right. I guess that's not a horse collar. Okay. Nelson sleeve. Okay. Wow, that was a dangerous pass by Josh Allen, but he still got it through there. Great catch by Don Kincaid. Okay. Don Kincaid having a good first half. That was a nice catch. Josh Allen and Josh. See, like Josh not gonna have to pass the ball that much. They're gonna run through James Cook. Gave it to Ty Johnson this time, but the run game gonna dominate. They just gonna rely on the run game to win them this game. It just don't work because the Dolphins can't stop anything. Anthony Weaver, defensive coordinator for the Dolphins. I mean, not doing good so far, which sucks. But hey, and it's the second left. They weren't gonna go 7-7 game to end the first quarter. A 7-7 game to end the first quarter for the Bills and Dolphins. The Dolphins had a great first drive, wasn't able to capitalize off that momentum, and the Bills look like the Bills. So we're gonna see what that leads to. Is that Blake Griffin? Blake Griffin doing commercials is so random, but okay. I really gotta. So we'll be a video out tomorrow at 9 o'clock precisely, probably about Caitlin Clark. I'm planning that for my 2-year YouTube anniversary. Caitlin Clark second season. You get the memo. So I'm gonna plan that for tomorrow. Then my podcast I'm gonna drop early in the morning because I'm gonna record the clips that I know that I want to talk about because some of the stuff is gonna be it's gonna be easy to talk about and for me to just put a picture over it, which is what I'm planning to do because the podcast format gonna look a little different. Or I could, because that way people can differentiate between what the podcast is, because it's not just about the one specific topic in the title, but it's gonna be other things too. Is that Daryl from The Walking Dead? It is Daryl. A New Frontier. So New Frontier. Wait, is that the series name or is that? Oh, it's new episodes of The Walking Dead with Daryl Dixon. That's interesting. But what I was saying is, I want to for the podcast since I won't be home to do it live. I'm gonna change it because I want the podcast to be different from my normal videos where it's just about one particular thing or one particular subject where it's like the video about Caitlin Clark. You're gonna see my face and then you're gonna see images of Caitlin Clark around it. Then you will see my Instagram and stuff at the top. But then when I'm doing my podcast, there's gonna be one section that's about Pat Bev and Trey Young, one section about AEW, one section about the WNBA. Like it's gonna be different stuff in each section. So I want to do that for my podcast and try to divide that up as evenly as possible. Since I have 6 topics, but dividing that into 30 minutes, that's gonna be tough. Because I needed that. I don't even know if I can do 20 minutes. Not 30 minutes. I think I'm trying to do 29 exactly. And I'm gonna try to divide that up as easily as I can. Or I might just have to cut a segment and turn that into a short, which I might do with the WNBA. I might just turn that into a short, the second round preview. Because I can make multiple for the 2 series that's gonna be taking place. James Cook, that was a good run. Back to the game now. Yeah, they really just running the clock. The Bills playing with the Dolphins at this point. Like I said, this could be a shootout or it could just turn into a straight blowout, which the blowout seems probable. But we're going to see. It's not a guarantee that it happens, but we're going to see what happens. Ah, Josh Allen went to Kincaid to drop. That's Kincaid's only drop of the night, though. Kincaid had 3 catches up to this point. He did have a drop there, but it was a good shot to Kincaid. There's nothing wrong with taking that shot. He almost had it too. Good defense for sure. That's a good defense. I said his name Travis Davis. That was good defense by him. Didn't give up on the play, even though he got burnt a little bit, but didn't give up on the play. And so he saved the touchdown. That's good defense. Can't take credit away from that. You got to start acknowledging good good defense more often than we do. Which that that was that wasn't a good defensive play because they allowed him to get 9 yards, but they got to stop. They stopped him in it's 3rd and 1, I think. 3rd and 1 and 3rd and 2. It was a good stop, but he still gave up too many yards at that point. That's a good. So they do still have Khalil Shakir. That's a good. Got 8 yards. Shakir got 8 yards. That's a good catch. And then he put in an extra effort too to try to get more yards. That wasn't able to. Got stopped a few yards short. But that's a good catch by Khalil Shakir. I can see the Bills might just. I know they're gonna get the first down, but Keon Coleman, that's a good catch. I thought there was an easy slant route. They was definitely going for the touchdown there because that's why they did the slant there because they could have got a touchdown running a slant route here. But that's a good catch by uh, by Keon Coleman. A good throw by Josh too. Then he made sure to secure the ball too. That's a good job by Keon. A good catch by Keon Coleman. Timeout call. Let's see. What's okay? I'm surprised the Bills would take a timeout there. They had a good drive going. So it seems like a waste of a timeout. Seems like you could say that for a 2-minute warning. But I guess it don't carry over to the other half. So I guess we do got to make adjustments. So, but I don't know what adjustments they would need to make on such a good drive, unless they just needed a timeout for a break, or they need to change the call. But they've been playing well, so I ain't see the point of calling the timeout there. And they only reverse the score again, which they will, unless the only way they don't score is if they end up taking a field goal and miss it, which I don't see happening against this bad Miami defense. They're gonna get a touchdown here. Within need to give it to James Cook. Let him get a touchdown. Even with these glasses on, some of this writing is still small. Watching it on my phone, it's like, damn. Okay. Because even when I watch that Dream and Fever game back, it's still gonna be spoiled somehow. Dog Kincaid just tripped. They passing here. Kincaid. That one Kincaid. The number 3 tight end. Oh my goodness. So the tight end, the third tight end on the depth chart just scored a touchdown. So that was you. He was a blocker. Really? Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Okay. So the tight end 3. The Bills have a 14-7 lead with 2 touchdowns from Josh Allen, two of their tight ends. One of them being Don Kincaid, their tight end 1, and another one being to their tight end 3, whose name is Jackson, I think. Jackson Falls or something like that. So not even the backup tight end. The backup tight end's backup scored a touchdown. Miami's down bad. Yeah. This commercial be making me hungry because them wings be looking good. Yeah, I gotta go to Chili's again at some point. Them wings be looking good. Okay. I don't know what show this is though. But now the Daryl Dixon Tulsa King. I didn't know that she was doing that thing with Daryl Dixon with Walking Dead. That's like, whoa. But now 30 divided by 5. So that's 6 minutes for each topic. Okay. And then really my intro was 10 seconds, but 6 minutes for each topic. I think I'm turning the WNBA into a short. Because I think because I could turn that into multiple shorts for Saturday. Yeah, they give me 2 easy shorts for Saturday. And then one I don't really do shorts for my podcast. Like I do shorts leading up to it if I already have it planned out. But I don't really do shorts for my podcast really because all the clips and because the stuff that I've talked about throughout the week in my shorts, I'll end up bringing up in my podcast probably bring up something along the lines of that or just do a preview of it. But I think, like I said, and then I had the shorts for the wrestling shows, which I'm going to try to get out. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely need those, especially for the Palooza, and then All Out. It's gonna be interesting because I'm gonna do the comparison of All Out and Palooza, but I might not do shorts of All Out unless I do it on because I won't be able to see all. Well, I could see All Out. It just depends. Yeah, I gotta see how I'm gonna manage this, and then Friday's gonna be interesting because I won't see that SmackDown. Which that's not really a problem. I'm not really tripping on missing a SmackDown because it ain't been terrible, but it's just been pretty mediocre. So I can miss it, see the highlights and be fine. Because it's not going to be much that happens anyways. Yeah, I'm gonna do preview of the second round of the WNBA playoffs Saturday night because that final game 3 is Friday night, and hopefully I'm home for that after the soccer game that's taking place in my college. Because I gotta do that, got a job shadow for that, and then Impact recap. I should be able to watch Impact. Like I said, might not get shorts of Impact out, which yeah, because I might not watch it till Friday, and then I could do shorts on Saturday. And I can really see how I'm gonna manage this. So yeah, podcast. I don't know what's gonna be the best time to do my podcast. To be honest, yeah, that return got blew up. So we back. Even just went straight to the booth, but we back from commercial now. The Aces and Storm game coming on at 9:30. I don't know if I wanna. Yeah, this shit might go off before this game go off. Well, crazy enough, because that game only gonna be 2 hours unless it go to overtime and it go off at 12. Cause WNBA, we'll see. But if the Bills keep throwing the clock and this game can go by fast, that's a turnover where they play from Tua. Okay. I don't know what that pass was. Tua, in a few weeks, I don't know. It might be cooked for Tua. I don't know what it's going to lead to. But man, it's not looking the greatest right now. What's good, CJ? You said I think McDaniel's going if they get whooped. I think uh they're gonna try to make the media. I don't know what they're gonna say because they ain't even talking about Tua really. I think if they lose this game, like the way it's going so far, I think it's on Tua right now. Like Mike McDaniel's calls haven't been terrible, at least not in this game. Because I haven't seen the Dolphins these last 2 weeks. Ironically, I don't think I watched them. Did I watch them? I know I didn't watch their first game versus the Colts, but I forgot if I watched them last week because I forget who the Dolphins played. They played the Patriots. Yeah, I didn't see that Patriots game last week. I just seen the highlights of it. But this is my first time this season watching a full Dolphins game. So for what I'm saying, it seemed like two of the problem, not McDaniels, because his calls ain't been terrible. But they both gone this year. Like McDaniels been, and it hadn't been good in Miami. So McDaniels as a head coach, that's likely over probably by week 8. But Tua got to get benched too, because Tua not doing. Like that's the second turnover worthy play I've seen. That's third actually. The third turnover worthy play I've seen from Tua. Like this guy is simply not good. And it's crazy because I'm an Eagles fan. But I've seen the comparison to what Tua would do if he was with us instead of Jalen Hurts. Our team would be much worse. Tua is simply not the guy. And it's no disrespect to him, but he hasn't improved and he's constantly injured. He's healthy right now, which is good, but I just don't see it with Tua. If the Dolphins get rid of anybody, they got to be trade Tua or just bench him. And then if you see that the team still sucks, Tua is still the problem, but you get rid of McDaniels too. But I say McDaniels done by week 8 because the Tua is a 1-8 in his career versus the Bills. So that's not a McDaniels problem. Tua just can't beat the Bills. And with this game is probably the best time of the year they could play the Bills because it's not in September. I would imagine, like obviously Buffalo is cold, but I would imagine it's not a, if it's I don't know what the weather is, but hypothetically, let's say it's 57 in Buffalo right now. At least you don't got to go there in December when it's 13 degrees. At least you don't have to do that because their second game gonna be in Miami, so that's gonna favor the Dolphins. But McDaniel's definitely going by week 8, and then Tua, which I don't know why they gave him all that money because Tua isn't a guy that's proven. Like Tua's not a top 10 quarterback, and it's so. Like people talk about Dak contract being crazy, but Dak has been a top 10 quarterback at multiple points in his career. I can't think of a season where you would say, "Oh yeah, Tua was definitely a top 10 quarterback." It's like if you like he making a lot of money for a guy that's never really been top 10. He's his best year is probably a top 15 quarterback, but he doesn't have a better year than Dak Prescott, and a lot of people attack his contract. But it's like, damn, you invest all this money into Tua, and he can't even get it to Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill has had one catch over 30 yards in the last year, which is crazy. But I don't know who their backup is. So their backup could be the Dolphins. Really, who did the Dolphins draft? I know they got. I'm pretty sure Chop Robinson was last year's draft. I forget who they drafted this year, but they probably could have took a bet. They probably could have gambled on Shador because Tua, it was never. Well, actually, nah, because he paid Tua all that money. You would want him to be your starting quarterback in the future. But you got to see at a certain point, it's like it's no looking up from here. So they probably could have benefited from taking Shador and just seeing what could work out. Like Shador, I don't blame him for not going to the Ravens. Like Lamar gonna be there for the next 10 years. He never would have seen the field, but he could have easily sat behind Tua. He wouldn't have learned shit from Tua, but Tua never on the field, so he probably could have got an easy starting job. Damn, that's a good tackle by the Dolphins. Let me stop yapping. Back to the game. But yeah, back to the game now. It's been entertaining, but it's just been like it ain't been a bad game. Like it's stuff that both teams. I feel like the Bills. What I've seen from them, uh, from the Bills, I think their defense has improved each week. From the Ravens game, which was really like the James Cook. Is he gonna go out? That's a good round by James Cook. That's good. Now, what I was saying about the Bills, their defense from that Ravens game has improved. Like that Ravens game, from an entertainment standpoint, it was fun. I enjoyed it. But when you're thinking about two Super Bowl contenders, neither one of those teams should be giving up 40 points. Especially the Ravens, with the defense they have on paper, they shouldn't be giving up that many points blowing that lead. And the Bills shouldn't be down 15 going into the fourth quarter. But the Bills, I feel like, have improved on that since week one, which because the Jets they didn't let them do shit last week, and I was mad. I thought the Jets. I watched that game thinking maybe the Jets can play like they did in week one. Nope. And then in this game, it looked good so far. They gave up that touchdown early. Josh Josh Allen keeps flicking that ball. That's funny. But like they ain't aside from the touchdown they got, and maybe it's just because they playing two bad division rivals that it's easier for them to improve. But improvement is improvement, so I'm not gonna take credit away from it. But at the end of the day, you play who's on your schedule, and you have to improve, which the Bills have done these last 2 weeks. So I'm gonna give them credit for that. Say QB2 is Zach Wilson. Yeah, yeah, I don't know what you do in that situation. Quick pass to Keon Coleman and Jet Sweet. Yeah, I don't. That was a screen pass. I don't know why I said Jet Sweet, but Zach Wilson. Yeah, that doesn't make it any better. Yeah, if I'm the Dolphins, I would have took a chance with drafting Shador. I don't know if they talked to him or not, but I feel like the Dolphins could have actually benefited from taking a chance with Shador, or at least just having a talk with him to see what he could bring to your team. Because Shador is better than a fifth round quarterback, wherever he wanted to draft. Like I think he could have been. Like there's a few teams that needed backups just in case, and we all know the history with Tua and his concussions. And then, like I said, he never was injury on nobody, so I'm not saying that it's inevitable. But Tua hasn't played good either. So it's like even though you gave him all that money, you still there's still a clear problem with Tua. And maybe it's because he's right-handed and he's been throwing with his left his whole football career. That don't make sense to me. I'm pretty sure his dad told him to do that or something. That's weird. His dad set him up for failure, but he made it to the NFL by doing that somehow. But that's not gonna last too long. If you're a right-handed, just throw with your right. Why are you throwing with your left? Like, I don't know why his dad would tell him to do that. That man set him up for failure. The Browns can't even build around Miles Garrett, who is one of the best, if not the best, defender in the league. Definitely up there, one of the best. They can't even build around him. And they took Shador and Dylan Gabriel. So Dylan Gabriel's not a bad quarterback, don't get me wrong, but he don't even fit the Browns system. So I agree with that. If they can't, you can't build around Miles Garrett. You expect me to believe you can build around either rookie quarterback you drafted? No, you're starting Joe Flacco because you don't know what you're doing. The Browns are in a the Browns are a terribly ran organization, and I don't know what happened with the whole Baker Mayfield situation. But at the end of the day, that team won 0 games. Baker Mayfield led them to the playoffs and beat the Steelers. So no matter, I know now apparently Baker Mayfield he got an ego, which a lot of athletes do. Let's be honest. But when he leads a team that had 0 wins not too long ago to the playoffs, a team that was a drafted first in the draft, it's like, man, you let go of Baker, but it's like you don't get much after that. He led a 48-37 victory against the Steelers in the first round. It's like, damn, ever since they let go of Baker, it's been downhill ever since that. And he doing his thing with Tampa Bay, like ego or not, he's still a great quarterback. Like, he's still a great quarterback. He didn't like he still led the Bucks to the playoffs a few times, even after Brady left. If he wasn't expecting Baker to do much, he still put the Bucks in position to go to the playoffs. Now, some not all of that is contributed to Baker. You got to have the right team, the right coaching staff, They done had top bowls. They done had good defenses that contributes to it. But at the end of the day, he's still the one leading the offense. And Mike Evans has done a great job playing with going from Jameis Winston to Tom Brady to Baker Mayfield. Like Mike Evans is one of my favorite receivers. So yeah, the Browns. Once the Browns let go of Baker, it was downhill from there. So I don't know. It's no saving the Browns. Like Myles Garrett, he don't even want to be there. He's just there because that's where he's gonna get the most money at. Which that's crazy to me that Myles Garrett will be the one to have that mindset. Because Myles Garrett is one of the best defenders in the league, like I said, and he's like he should be a guy like he's gonna retire ringless because he made this choice that he was like, I don't want to be here. And he said that in the summer. Then they offered him this. It was either summer or spring. Then he got offered the contract and he took it. And I'm like, this is a terrible decision. Not like I feel like he could have got. He wasn't gonna get the same money anywhere else, but he also doesn't have a chance to win by staying with Cleveland. So that's like that. Like if he don't win a ring, I don't feel bad at this point. You decided to stay in Cleveland because that's where you was gonna make the most money. But you ain't thinking about winning, and that like, you're not finna win with that team. But game back from commercial now. The Bills are probably scoring this possession. Like injured Dolphin on the field. Say Cam Jones is down. Game probably gonna go back to another commercial. I mean, Jones was like he was able to walk off on his own, so that's good. Man, that's. I mean, they just ran into each other. That wasn't nothing dirty. Him and Jones and Kincaid just ran into each other. Jones when they both went down, but Jones was the one that came up injured. He was able to walk off the field though, so that's a good sign. He was able to walk off on his own. Second and 8 for the Dolphins. I mean for the Bills, not the Dolphins. Second and 8 for the Bills who are running their 24th play of the game already. Right? Oh, okay. That's a good defense. That's good defense. Okay. Stop James Cook. Still third and 8. I thought James Cook was going. I thought James Cook was going to get the first down or at least get a few yards on there, but they ain't let him get nowhere. So I think it's third and 8 now. But this is what they really need to stop because they don't stop him here. They don't stop him here. The Bills getting a touchdown. And Josh took a sack. Okay. I thought he would have got rid of it. The Chubb with the sack. Lost a few yards, took a sack there. Was not expecting that from Josh Allen. Wasn't expecting that out of the Dolphins, to be honest, because then that's your first sack of the game. But the Bills going to have to settle for a field goal. Josh got knocked back a few yards. And that's a good sack. That's a good. And he lost 7 yards on that. The 39-yard field goal for the Bills. That should be down the middle. I'd be surprised if he missed this. The wide left on a 39-yard field goal? That's crazy. It's been a lot of missed field goals and extra points the last 2 to 3 years, I'd say, in the NFL and college football. Since the winner kicker's missing 39-yard field goals, that should be going right down the middle. That's great. Damn, Dolphins gonna have a chance to tie it up now. That's just a miss you can't have. And it's not like that field goal was the same. It's crazy how different kickers are. Because Brandon, why I left on a 39-yard field goal, I don't know if that comes from a bad snap or a bad hold. But the fact that he missed it so badly and it's so close, like 40 yards. Let's just round it up to 40 yards. Brandon Aubrey just made a field goal from 64 yards to tie the game up in that Cowboys Giants game last week. And it's like these kickers are different at the end of the day. But it's like certain guys like Brandon Aubrey, Cam Little, just examples, guys that can kick from anywhere. I feel like it's like, damn, that's really impressive. Like people don't get a kickers the respect they deserve. And like Justin Tucker was on that list until last year, and then because he had a bad season last year, and then the stuff about him with the massage parlors and stuff came out. So we just gonna ignore that. But aside from that, these last two events with Justin Tucker, he was one. He's still one of the, regardless. He's still one of the greatest kickers of all time. And like he made a 66-yard field goal in the Lions game when the Ravens played the Lions a few years ago. So it's like, damn, it's multiple kickers who can kick from 60 away, but you can make a 40-yard field goal. Okay, you see it in college too, which is surprising. Which in college it's not as bad because at the end of the day in college you still learning. Like a freshman kicker missed a 45-yard field goal. I think that's different from an NFL kicker missing it from 48 away. Because like because at this point, you at the pro level, so a certain field goals like 39 yards. It's like let's just say Josh Allen don't lose those 7 yards on the sack. It was far left. It was way far left. So it's like those 7 yards wouldn't have made much of a difference. But it's like in at least in college, you can justify this. It's still a learning process. At least that first year, I feel like second, sophomore year and after, it's like unless you roll at the bench as a red shirt, but usually sophomore year and after, it's like okay, this is the time when you got to step up and do these certain things to get you to the next level. But freshman year is kind of a learning experience. But it's been like the last 2 years. It's just been something off with the kickers. Maybe they don't make kickers the same, but it's like some kickers really do deserve more respect because it's not as easy as it seems. I guess I don't know. I mean, I've never kicked a field goal. I might have to try to see how difficult it really is. I don't, like I'm only I can only speak on what I see from the TV. But damn, I wonder how hard a field goal actually is to kick. I'm gonna have to test that out at some point. There might have to be a video doing a random field goal. I think they be doing that on game day too with Pat McAfee and them. They let the fans kick field goals. I'm gonna have to go to one of those and try to kick a field goal. But I feel like I can make it. Tua, damn, that nigga A chance got blew up off that pass by Tua. Now I don't know why you're throwing a screen on. That's a bad place to throw a screen past that. Which that's a bad play call. That's not on Tua. That's on that's on the offensive coordinator. What the hell is this play call? It's 2nd and 10, and then you throw a screen. No, Tua actually that's on the offensive coordinator and Tua because Tua only looked at his first read. He ain't really scanned the field. Like you let A chance get blew up for a loss of 2 yards. But that was a bad play call too, so that's not all on Tua. Tua, like that's a great pass to Tyreek Hill. Got the first down. But what I don't get it, Tua plays much better with his right hand. Like at this point, you've grown now, so just play with that right hand. Don't like what your dad said. Now at this point, it don't matter. And that's not to say like, and I'm just referring to his dad telling him to play with his left hand for whatever reason. I don't even want to know the context of why his dad would tell him something like that when he's right-handed. That just doesn't make sense to me. But I feel like if he throws with his right hand, like he's having a solid game, 7 to 10, 51 yards. But if he throws with his right hand, I think he could be much better than what he is now, especially with all the money he's getting at the 2 minute warning. Like respect your parents, yes, but at the same time, you're in the NFL, so it's certain things you just gonna have to change. Like you're not you're not ambidextrous. You cannot you can't force that. And I don't know how he throws Will. Like he throws like he's not terrible, but it's like he throws decent enough with his left. But when he throws with his right, he looks much better. See, I think that's what was the yeah, I would have did two. I think Tua played under Brian Flores. I could be wrong. Because I remember when Brian Flores got fired from the Dolphins and I was shocked. I think he played under him for a year. I could be wrong though. But I just brought that up because I was thinking about the coaches that Tua had in his career. And I feel like they would have noticed that he could play. Like, I don't, because he's strong with his right hand before, but it's not often, which is weird to me. Tua not playing bad though. Like this game he's looked solid in this game. Like I know the first 2 weeks has been a struggle. Tua been getting mean the entire season so far. Which he gonna be mean after this game as well because he did have 3 of his incomplete passes for turnover worthy plays, but and one of his completions went for -2 yards. So he's still gonna be mean after this game. But he's been solid. Like this ain't been a terrible game by Tua. It's just I really need to see more because I don't think he worth that contract. And it's going and the Dolphins are 0-2 already. Now whether it comes from play calling or because at the end of the day you can't put all the blame on Tua because he's just one player at the end of the day. I know the quarterbacks get the heavy load of the criticism, but at the end of the day you got to think about play calling. You got to think about Mike McDaniels being head coach. Like it's a lot that goes into it with them being 0-2. So this is a good chance for them to win. I'm not. They have a 15% win probability, but if they can get this win, that might save both Mike McDaniel and Tua. Like, oh yeah, we and Tua's 10 tries. He finally beat the Bills for a second time. He's safe. That's all he needs. They can brag about that. The Chiefs still bragging about. The Chiefs bragging about holding the Eagles to their lowest scoring whatever lowest scoring quarter or something like that. Y'all lost. What's that matter? So if that's what teams are doing now. All Tua got to do is to win and say, in 10 tries, I beat the Bills twice. All right, White broke up the pass. Back from the 2-minute warning. See now, this one problem I'm noticing with Tua in this game. He's only looking at his first read. I think that might cost him in this game. Like he's not really scanning the field. He's looking at his first read, then he's just focused on that receiver. Like scan the field a little bit more. Look at that second read. See, like he did that here, and then couldn't find nobody, but just throw it away. Don't scramble. Yeah, damn, he threw it up to the third row. Okay, but yeah, he don't need to scramble. Just throw it away. See, I prefer like if Tua looks at his second and third read, and then it's like nobody's open, just get rid of it. Like he's much better off doing that than just looking at his first read, and his first read getting blown up. Man, doing security at a football game got to be one hell of a job. I'm just looking at some of these security guards. Like, how's he gonna stop all? What? Imagine if they just start rushing the field. How's he stopping all those people? Tua. I don't know why Tyreek Hill went back that far, but Tyreek Hill got the first down. Another good pass. Tyreek Hill got the first down. Got a few extra yards. What I don't get is, I know players need rest, but it's 121 left in the second quarter in the first half. Why would you take Tyreek Hill out the game, even if it's just for one play? Tyreek Hill is a playmaker. Don't take him out of it. It's the last 2 minutes of the first half. It's no need to take him out. I'm not saying overplay him, but at certain points of the game, it's like it don't make sense to take that player out. Like he did a run play here, which got you a decent amount of yards, but if that run play wasn't open, like Tyreek Hill, he was the one that it was either last season, 2 years ago, when the Dolphins had to fumble, and it was a Dolphins game where it was a fumble, then he picked it up, and yeah, the Dolphins had a fumble, he picked it up and ran it back for a touchdown. That's the reason why you need Tyreek Hill in the game especially in the last 2 minutes of the first half. You don't take Tyreek Hill out because he's showing you he's capable of doing that. Like his eyes are gonna be everywhere. So I don't get taking him out. That's just a small thing. It don't matter too much. They still got positive yardage. But I be thinking about that. when it be, and it's not just Kyrie. I see it with other teams too. Like a running back to have a like earlier when James Devon Achan had a good run, and Ollie Gordon was the one to get the touchdown. Like Devon Achan is the one that put you in scoring position, and it happens with other teams too. A player put them in scoring position or have a good drive, and then they out the game the next play. Like this player is really impactful, and I think that having them out for that, and it really depends on who it is. Like if you're the Falcons and you take Bijan Robinson out the game, and it's let's just say it's 1:30 in the fourth quarter, and you need let's just say the third quarter, and you down 10. If you know Bijan leading you through this drive, it's no need to take him out. Let him play that last 1:30 of the third quarter. Then if you still have the ball in the fourth, he can rest just those first couple of plays. Yeah, did the A get out of bounds on that? Stir it down for Miami. It's third and seven. Yeah, Mike. If Mike McDaniel not going, if they gonna lose this game. With I think they'll lose. But if Mike McDaniel isn't gone after this game, he's definitely gone by week 8 or week 7. Like him, like it won't last. Actually, if they, but it's gonna come. If Josh Allen sleep, that nigga, hey Josh Allen taking a nap. Oh nah, I know some. I can't wait to see what me and Paige say. That's funny. Josh Allen slumped over sleep. I'm gonna speak on Mike McDaniels in a second. Okay, that was a good play by Tua. Yeah, that was a good play. And he slid at the right time, which is one thing that Tua really needed to work on. Now that's just one play of the game, but that was a perfect time for him to slide. Love to see that. But what I was gonna say, Mike McDaniels, if they fall to, it's not even about what their record is after 5 weeks. It's 10. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's 10-0-2 teams. If there's a last team to win to be winless, that's when he's fired. Let's say it's week 5, and then going into that, the Dolphins and who is 0-2? The Saints. Let's let's just say the Saints because I don't think the Saints are gonna be good. I think the Saints are one of the worst teams in the league this year. But let's say it's the Dolphins and the Saints. And I said this during preseason about the Saints. I said the Dolphins would be bad too. So, but let's say it's the Dolphins and the Saints, and they both 0-4 going into week 5. Then the Saints get a win, and the Dolphins lose. That's when he's fired. Because then at that point, he's the only coach without a win on the season, which would be pretty embarrassing. Like he let a team that, like the Dolphins should, they should finish better with a better record than the Saints. But if it's week 5 and you're both winless, then the Saints win their game and you lose yours. Mike McDaniels is gone. That's what it comes down to. Whoever is the last winless team, that coach is probably getting fired, unless it's Chiefs. The Chiefs and the Bengals are the only teams that could be the last teams to win a game, and their coach won't get fired because Andy Reid, even they're gonna make excuses for the Chiefs, and then with the Bengals, so Joe Burrow was injured. I mean, I don't know why I said the Bengals. The Bengals undefeated. They 2-0. Wrong team. Who not the, who was on 2 that was good last year? The Texans. The Texans coach. They probably won't fire him if he goes. It's D'Amico Ryan's, I think. If he starts on 5, he'll be on the hot seat, but they wouldn't fire him immediately. Like Mike McDaniels is probably any other team that's not those playoff teams. Their coach is probably going if they're the last team to win a game. But these play calls have been pretty bad. Mike McDaniels is trying to make his case any better. Like he's definitely on. I don't think he's gonna get fired if they lose this game, but he's definitely on the hot seat, and it just gets warmer each week. And this team, like for them, all right, it's third and 3 with 15 seconds left. Tyreek got to get out of bounds. I got out of bounds. 11, got the first down with 11 seconds left. But for this team to have an offense that they do and to put up 8 points against the Colts in week one, that's sad. Then they lost to the Patriots. Was Wait, is Jalen Waddle playing? Wait, hold on. I ain't even seen Jalen Waddle. That's crazy. A Jalen Waddle touchdown. That's so ironic. As soon as I say that, Jalen Waddle's first catch of the game is a touchdown. Oh my goodness. I'll address your comment once we go to halftime. That's so funny. As soon as I say where's Jalen Waddle, he scores a touchdown. And it's 8 seconds left in the first half. Nothing will probably happen. But man, Dolphins tied 14-14, and that missed field goal is really what uh, kept the Bills from having a 17-14 lead. Because they deferred, so they're gonna get the ball back to start the second half. But it's like you would have preferred if you deferred and you had a chance to be up at halftime. It's like why the pressure is on because even though they scored first, we put ourselves in a better position to score, which they did, but they weren't able to make that 39-yard field goal, so it's a tie game. So instead of being up by three, it's at halftime, it's a tie game, and you could have potentially went up double digits to start the second half, which that won't be the case. I mean, they could, but uh, they could go up double digits, but they would have been in better position to do that. Now the Bills gonna try to get a field goal, which um, Josh Allen gonna go deep. I think he's going to Keon Coleman or Dalton Kincaid. I don't see them. They still got a chance to go up. It's 8 seconds left, so I don't think they're gonna return this. Well, they have to, I think, which is yeah. I'll be forgetting about. Yeah, they don't got time. They're not getting there, and yeah, they're not getting that off in 2 seconds. Hell no. But to address this, CJ, you said you like Ryan's, but Sprout doesn't look good at all right now. I don't know what it is. Is it like I don't know if that's from the. I think what happened with CJ Stroud is, and it's not. CJ Stroud had such a good rookie season that he put himself on such a pedestal to where it's like, damn, how does he match that? Like so many people hyped him up, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Like having a great rookie season, that's good, but it's like so many people propped him up into these top five quarterback conversations to where it's like he feels that pressure probably to where he has to match that and be that when he doesn't have to be. He just has to be a top 10 quarterback. You can win without being a top five quarterback. You can be a top 10 quarterback and win. And I think it's like I don't really know what it is. Maybe it's from the O line as well. Like the offensive line isn't the greatest in Houston. But on like he hasn't matched what he did in his rookie season, but he set the bar so high. It's like, how do you match that? Like that's like honest question. How is he supposed? That's what I fear for Jaden Daniels because it's like last season he was so good. How is he gonna match this? And then it's like he looked pretty good against the Giants, and then he ran into the Commanders, and it's like, what? Not the Command. He ran into the Packers, and it's like, damn, what changed? And it's nothing has changed with Jaden Daniels. It's just 2 weeks in. It's like he was just a rookie last year. But I think now Jaden in his third season, the game with CJ Stroud, the game I'm looking forward to the most for the Texans is their game against the Ravens. Because that's a team that CJ just can't beat for some reason. Like the Texans under CJ Stroud have not been able to beat the Ravens. And they play in week 5. So that game I think is gonna be one of the most important for the Texans and CJ this season. Like I think CJ Stroud is still good. Like he still got those tangibles of a top 10 quarterback. But I think I'm gonna give it a few weeks before I say anything because obviously last season it was a bit of a slump compared to his first year. But I don't want to go too hard yet. I want to give it some time. Since he's only in his third year, so I really want to give him this full season to see what he does and see how he can improve from last year to this year. I don't want to be too harsh on him because CJ Stroud is he's really good. He's a top 10 quarterback, like I said. But I think I don't know. I hope we can bounce back. But like I said, that Ravens game in Week 5, I think that's gonna be the most important game of his career up to this point. Obviously, the playoffs are important too. He's won in the playoffs as he's shown us. But I think this one is the most in his regular season career. It's most important because this is a team that he just hasn't been able to beat. He's 0-3 against them, if I'm not mistaken. Lost twice in the playoffs, once in the regular season. So this game is super important. I feel like in Week 5, but it's like he's never looked good when he's played Baltimore. So what can you do in this game? I think that's what I, that's what I'm trying to see. But at halftime, the Bills and Dolphins is tied 14-14. Both teams scoring a touchdown. Both teams scoring two touchdowns. Jalen Waddle getting the last one. Uh, who had Ali Gordon getting his first touchdown of his career. Then Don Kincaid and the Bills tight end 3 getting touchdowns on the other side, which that's crazy. The backup tight end's backup got a touchdown before the backup tight end got a touchdown. Interesting how football works sometimes. But entertaining game. It hasn't been a disappointing Thursday night so far. If people weren't pleased with the Commanders Packers game last week, people just don't like defense. I felt like it was a good game. Like it wasn't the most entertaining, but it was still a good game for what it was. Like and then the Commanders made it interesting at the end. What what is happening? Grassy raid? What the hell does that mean? Uh, this is grassy raid. I don't know what the hell that means. Oh, grass. Hey, shout out everybody that's in the chat. Hey, appreciate everybody that's coming through. So who? Damn, it's moving fast. Said boosting your channel. That's cool. I ain't never. All right, appreciate it. But who is? Somebody let me know who Grassy is. I don't know who that is. Somebody let me know who Grassy is. I'm trying to see who is that. I appreciate y'all for coming through. I'm gonna look up his channel. Said Tom Grassi. Shout out Tom Grassi. Hey, can y'all see this? Is this him right here with the Packers helmet on? This is channel with the Packers helmet on. I don't know if y'all can see it. Let me know this is the right one. This is channel right with the say the most popular NFL commentator. Oh, that's cool. He live. Oh, he live right now. Yeah. Okay. Appreciate y'all. Hey, bet if he, hey, if Sends 10K to a random streamer you won. Hey, tell him I appreciate it. Uh, Let him know I'm finna come through in the chat. You said who my team? I'm an Eagles fan. I'm an Eagles fan. Oh, the belts you see in the back, those are wrestling belts. So I'll explain those. I'll explain those at some time on my channel. But those are wrestling belts. I'm finna pop into a stream real quick. Said Eagles fan, that's okay. Nobody's perfect. Hey, let them know I said something in the chat. For anybody wondering, I became an Eagles fan because of Carson Wentz. He was one of my favorite quarterbacks when I started watching football, so I just stayed with them since that. Said best wishes to you at college, and in regards to, I appreciate it. I bet. I see. I see what you said, Philly. Hold on. I th- I think the Dolphins can. I think honestly, like they've been having a good first half, and I think what really cost the Bills, what cost the Bills was the field goal that they missed. Like that 39-yard field goal. If they make that, then it's so you need to file for fast, but you can apply for early access. All right. Oh, but like I was saying, I do think the Jeff Hughes asking, do I think the Dolphins can keep it close? I think they can because with the and I'm surprised I'm saying that because the play calling ain't been great this game. Like the play calling's been really weird for this game, so I don't know what's gonna happen. But I think they've done a good enough job to at least keep it close. They might not win, but they can definitely keep it close in this game. I think they can. Said the Eagles look very good this year again. I think we look good. The only problem is it's just our new offensive coordinator. Like I miss Kellen Moore. If we still had appreciate y'all that came through. Y'all have a great night too. I think if we had Kellen Moore still, our offense would look better. Like I don't like the play calling from our new offensive coordinator. I feel like Kellen Moore was perfect for us. Said fans putting good film on table at a trade deadline. Yeah. I mean this division games really be all over the place. Like sometimes it might be a blowout, sometimes it might be super close between a Super Bowl contender and a team that probably won't be close to the playoffs. So uh, it said every game he selects a random streamer with a lower view count to boost everyone in town. Stream is supposed to drop in and hit the like on the video to help them with the algorithm. Hey, I appreciate it. He seen what I said in the chat too. I told him I appreciate it. Like that's hey, that's love for real. I appreciate it. Like I've been and like for y'all that's still in here, like I do more than just football. Say best wishes and have a wonderful Thursday night. You too. Like I do more than just football on my channel. I do basketball, uh, wrestling. I do all types of sport. Then I do vlogs. I'll be doing college vlogs too. So I do all types of stuff. Like I got a video about Caitlin Clark dropping tomorrow, probably sometime in the morning. Like I do different types of sports content. So whether you want football, basketball, baseball, whatever, I probably have it. So please, I appreciate y'all for coming through. I ain't never been rated before, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's cool. I ain't never been rated before. It's not. I don't got no like restrictions on my channel. It's just like if you disagree with anything I say, just be respectful about it. That's all I say. Like I don't want like a bunch of rude people in my comment section just being negative and spreading hate. It's just like because there's even people I'm close with they disagree with stuff, and it's like it's just a disagreement. Like that's the only problem that I have. Like some people don't know where to draw that line between oh this is actual like um a disagreement or just trying to start a argument. Like it's two different sides of that. Having an argument or a conversation, there's two different sides of that. I said Razor more from twisting, but Tom makes it happen on YouTube. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I appreciate the support. And then y'all can follow me on socials too. Red, I'll probably follow y'all back. And then you can see my socials in my other videos. Like after this game go off, when y'all get a chance, check out my video I dropped about the Chiefs this past Monday because that was even though it's week two, I think it's some problems that they need to address, specifically Mahomes being the leading rusher for them at this point in the season. So make sure y'all check that out when y'all get a chance. And then for wrestling fans in here, I dropped a video for WrestlePalooza predictions this past Wednesday, so check that out. Then I'll have a basketball video, like I said, about Caitlin Clark tomorrow. I appreciate it. Staying subs, keep up the good work. Sound like you got some good viewpoints. Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Have a lovely night and go birds. I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate everybody that's coming through, showing support, leaving comments. I appreciate all that. This is really like my. This is great. Like, this means a lot to me. Like for real. Shout out Tom. I'm gonna check out his stuff too. If I don't know if he do collabs or anything like that. And if he don't, that's cool. But if he do collabs, just let him know. Then I'm down. I got a podcast I do on Saturdays usually. No, I'm busy this weekend, so I can't. So I'm gonna have to pre-record it. But if you ever want to do a collab or anything like that about football, or I know y'all said he into wrestling too, just let him know that I'm down. If y'all go back to his track. But yeah, so to see some of my NBA content, I appreciate it. But yeah, let Tom know that if he ever want to do a collab, then I'm pretty cool with. Like I do collabs with people on a consistent basis. So if you ever want to do something like that, just let me know and I can hit him up. But yeah, if you don't, that's fine. Like I said, but just let him know that if he ever down for something like that, then I'm down. So check out the football content games back on. So I'm gonna go ahead back. All right, you have a good one too. All right, Josh, that's a good pass. Yeah, but that's a flag on the play. That was illegal contact on defense, so it didn't matter. So the Bills applying the penalty. They got the first down anyways, but Ty Johnson was going to get the first down. Yeah, Josh Allen already looking like an MVP candidate. Like I said, he probably won't have to pass much because this Bills defense hasn't looked good. It hasn't looked terrible, but it's been like they've gotten some good stops. They did in the first half, but the Bills chewed a lot of the clock. So So like right now they're not looking so good. What's that? They'll secure. I get Shakir and only reason I get Shakir and I'm able to separate Shakir and Keon Coleman now because Keon Coleman wear 0 and Shakir wear 10. Now I don't know why I got them confused sometimes last season. I think it was just because I would just see the 0 instead and not the 10. Oh, that was a bad pass by Josh. He should have just threw that away. He he lucky that wasn't an interception. But that's a flag on the play. Let's see what that's about. Holding on the offense, man. That's not what you needed at that point. You need the first and 20. This is where the Dolphins need to be putting, where the Bills need to be putting pressure on. Cause they deferred, and it's a tie game, so they got a chance to take the lead. But if you get, but you can have that call at this point in the game, especially early into the second half. Like you still got plenty of time, but where you at? You were like the, you at the 40, you at the Dolphins 40, but you still not in field goal range yet. Unless you have Brandon Aubrey who can make it from anywhere. Josh Allen stepped up. Oh my goodness. And he's damn Donkey K just knocked his ass out. Nah, he ain't knock him out. But that did start a little something between the two teams. Cause I mean Josh Allen did slide. I would to be fair. Wait, oh they stopped. That's where he slid at. So it's a second down. It's not a first down because of the slide. But that's dangerous by Josh Allen because that's gonna get the defenders in trouble. I feel like that's more on Josh Allen than the defender because the defender got to stop his momentum to try to stop a tackle. Like that's impossible to do. Like even if you don't play, like you seeing this play right now, him he's trying to tackle him, but it's like Josh Allen slid immediately right there. Like that's tough. So I get Dog Kincaid. It's like you're gonna protect your quarterback at the end of the day. I ain't mad at Kincaid for doing that. I'm glad it wasn't a flag thrown on the play. But it's like, damn, Josh Allen, he kind of doing. Like, he's setting the defenders up because somebody gonna get hurt from the way that Josh Allen slides last minute. Like that's gonna get a defender hurt. It's not gonna hurt Josh Allen because he slide. He know exactly when to slide, but it's gonna hurt a defender. But got it to Don Kincaid, which I guess that's his reward for standing up for Josh Allen. Wasn't able to get the touchdown, but he was pretty close. A first and goal for they like the 2 yard line. Now they at the one. Josh, what the hell was that? You did a fake pass just to get wrapped up. See, now that's stupid because you was still the rep clearly blew the whistle and you were still holding on to him like that. I get like now I'm surprised Don Kincaid didn't like some of the Bills should have got in that player's face for doing that. Because the play was clearly dead. Why are you still holding on to him? That you can just let go. That's completely different. He decided to hold on to him. Yeah, unnecessary roughness on defense. Yeah, that's a good call right there. Because I don't know what the hell he was thinking. Yeah, the play was clearly over. That's just I don't know if that's emotion or just being dumb. He begging for a flag. You the one that started the whole issue. What are you talking about? Talking about throw a flag. Yeah, it's on you. And James Cook touchdown. Too easy. Way too easy. But James Cook with a touchdown. A third different Bill with a touchdown today. Well, fourth if you count Josh with his two. Because yeah, fourth because Josh had two passing ones, but those went to different people. So he the third skill position player to get a touchdown for the Bills. Good touchdown by James Cook. Matt Prater. Wait, what happened to the Bills' other kicker? I know they had somebody else last season. The Bills up 21-14. All right, let's see. The game at commercial now, but I'm interested to see how the Dolphins respond. A WNBA playoffs going on too. For anybody interested in WNBA content, I'm gonna have some WNBA shorts out in the morning, or either hopefully in the morning, because I gotta get caught up on that Fever and Dream game. I know who won, but I gotta see the full game through because it was close. So I gotta go back and watch that. But yeah, who y'all for the people that ain't for the people that's still in the chat, who are y'all favorite NFL teams? Let me know. I already let y'all know I'm an Eagles fan. Who are y'all favorite NFL teams? And y'all can be comfortable here. Let me know who y'all favorite teams are. I'm not gonna come on here clowning people for their favorite teams. Like the Eagles, we've been successful the last few years, but it wasn't too long ago where we started the decade going 4-11-1. So um, it said Texans got a big climb ahead. Hey man, what's going on with Houston? Like I really want to. Is it really? Because I think I'm gonna still give CJ Stroud time because I want to see his full season through. Because he's still a top 10 quarterback to me, but I want to see the full season through before I say anything about CJ Stroud. Because I'm is it just since you a Texans fan, let me Cody, what's the problem in Houston? Is it the offensive line or is it CJ regressing, or is it just because I don't really think he didn't regress. I just think the expectations he set the bar so high in his rookie season because it was so great. It's like, man, what's really the problem here? Like, I'm trying to see who is not like the receiver cores. These now Tank Dale still out. I know. When does Tank Dale come back? I just thought about that because you still got Nico Collins who doing his thing, and then Stephon Diggs went to the Patriots for some reason, which I guess it, it is what it is. Congrats to Stephon Diggs, I guess. Uh, him and what's that woman's name? Cardi B. They having a baby, so congrats to Stephon Diggs. Um, but yeah, I don't really know what's going on with the Texans. Like I can't really pinpoint what it is. That's the problem. It's just 0-2, so it's early in the season. It's not impossible to still get to the playoffs, especially in a weak division. You said Tank maybe next season, so so his return is probably late in this. Oh yeah, if Tank returns late in the season, then it's no point in bringing him back because you don't want to bring him back just risk him getting injured that late into the season. So that's why you say next season. That makes sense. Said he is the secret sauce. Yeah, I like Tank Dell. He gonna add another layer to that offense, which I feel like they missing, especially when them not having Diggs now. But I still think that Texans team is better than the Patriots slightly. But maybe they can prove me wrong. But I don't know. But Tank is definitely a missing piece. I'm just trying to see, like, man, no, it's still time though. It's still early. Just yet, and their division, the Texans division is pretty weak too. Like they still got a chance to win it. That's not to discredit the Texans. That's just a general statement. Like you playing in a weak division, it's easier to climb from an 0-2 hill because the Jet, like the Colts are 2-0. In what world are the Colts better than the Texans in the 2020s? Like that's just like that don't sound right to me, especially these last few years. Said it's all around bad. Yeah, I think but the Texans they do. I do think they're in a every team that's 0-2 is in a must-win position at this point. Like the Dolphins, they're in a must-win here, which I ain't think the Dolphins making the playoffs regardless. But I don't know if I thought they was gonna win these first 3 weeks. But the Dolphins, they want any hope of doing anything. They need a win. But the Texans, they're a team that's expected to be in that hunt for the division, which I did have the Jags winning by one game against the Texans, but you can't finish the season being worse than the Colts. As long as you're not where the culture at the end of the season, then I think that's a good sign. Because I think the Jags the only team that's better than the Texans and the AFC and the AFC South. I think they like talent wise, those are the best two teams. That was how do you go deep and overthrow Tyreek Hill? And then it's in double coverage and two people are injured. That was a good route by Tyreek Hill. He was double covered, but you overthrow him somehow and you went downfield. I was like, wow. Said O line. That's yeah. I think at least from what I've seen from the outside looking in, I think the O line has been their biggest problem so far. Christian Benford is injured. He's down right now. Hopefully that's not too serious. But at least from what I've seen, I think the biggest problem has been O line. Said our Joe. So running back is injured, receivers underperforming, CJ regressing, bad coaching decisions. Like I said this earlier. I don't think he was in here earlier when I said this. I had spoken on CJ earlier. I was saying I don't know, like him regressing. That's a fair argument, but I also think his rookie season was so spectacular that he set the bar so high for himself. Where it's like, damn, how do I live up to that? It's like you like the way he played. He performed like a top five quarterback, but it's like you got to keep doing that, which is why I say he's top 10. I don't call him top five yet. I call him a top 10 quarterback. And I'm like, damn, he set the bar so high. How is he supposed to keep improving? Like, obviously, you can always, like, it's kind of cliche, but you can always improve, I guess. But it's like, damn, when you set the bar so high, how do you be much better than that? It's like, obviously, like, from I don't know. I just have to make excuses for him, but it's like, wow. And I think that's more on the fans, and not you specifically, but a lot of people propped him up. And so he's so spectacular. He's just top quarterback now. It's like, damn, like he said, and this is what I fear for Jaden Daniels, which it's only 2 games into a second season, but he set a really high bar similar to CJ Stroud, where it's like, okay, now he's expected to, oh, he has to do this every season. This is what we're expecting. But it's like people are ignoring the fact that the O line, it's not O line isn't doing what they need to. The and obviously CJ he hasn't played as well as he did the last few seasons. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that he's been playing that same way, but it's like it's so many other things to go into that where it's like when you set expectations to a certain degree as a quarterback, that's all the media's gonna look at. That's all that the people are gonna care about. He said he gets rattled. I can see that. Yeah, I think that's just gonna be a learning experience because he's still young. It's his third season. Like it's next week it's the Seahawks and Cardinals. Oh man, I, a Sam Darnold versus Kyler Murray quarterback battle next week. So we will be here for that. But yeah, said uh, no Sums on the O line for sure. Yeah, I hope he can. I'm not gonna say like he had a spectacular rookie year. I muffed the punt, but he recovered. But now he had a spectacular rookie year. I don't know if he'll ever live up to that again, which isn't necessarily bad. But it's like if he can consistently be a top 10 quarterback, then I can trust the Texans in certain in throughout these next few years. It's just can that be consistent? Like I just need him to consistently be a top 10 quarterback, not you perform like a top five quarterback year one, then year two you perform like that bottom tier of the top 10. Like he got to be some consistency. Hopefully he finds that, in which I think Nico Collins is really good. I like Nico Collins. I think he, like him being wide receiver one in the coming years. I can see that for sure. Like he already is that, but people probably doubt it just because of his name. Because not a lot of, but Nico Collins is really like that. You said that's what you like about Hurts, so emotionally in control. Yeah, Jalen. I think that's really the best thing about our whole team is that it's no like AJ Brown. He ain't been getting targets, but it's like that's not because of Jalen Hurts being bad. That's because we have a new offensive coordinator who isn't Kellen Moore. Like I said earlier, I missed having Kellen Moore already. And it's like 2 weeks in, and our offense looks bad, but you're not even allowing Jalen to throw downfield. I'm like, what is his play calls? That's what home. Because like what Jalen Hurts, what he said to Chris Jones, it was like Chris Jones is talking like he's like they won the game. Y'all lost. Y'all haven't got a win yet. But you're talking crazy to Jalen Hurts. Like he don't need like our offense don't require Jalen Hurts to have 350 yards each night. Like we can win a game where Jalen has 100 yards or doesn't hit 200 yards. He don't need a passing touchdown. He can have 2 rushing touchdowns and we win the game. Like that's what's so great about our team. Like nobody's complaining in our locker room. Aside from the situation 2 years ago with AJ Brown and Nick Sirianni, we moved past that and they won a Super Bowl together. Yeah, and Jalen Hurts, ironically, has had a new offensive coordinator every year of his career, from college to the NFL. Said Nico's a beast, but y'all are one trick pony. Yeah, and it takes some adjusting because having a new offensive coordinator, like that's gonna take a few weeks to get adjusted. So I say give it with the Eagles, like we're winning, so it's not like we have to give it time. Like we still winning, so which is good. But for the Texans, it's like, uh, man, if y'all keep like the Texans keep losing, and it's not to take a shot at the Texans. It's like, damn, like this team, like the Texans, they shouldn't be. The Texans should at least be 1-1. Like them starting 0-2, I wasn't expecting that. But so it's been back-to-back punts in this game, which is surprising. Which that's actually, which actually isn't a bad thing. It's just because these teams have been playing better defense these last few possessions. So, like, I don't want to see a shootout every Thursday. I don't want to see a bunch of punts either. But what I do like to see is something. But yeah, I think like you don't want to see, at least me, like I don't want to see a shootout every week. Like from time to time, it's fine seeing it, but it's like I want to see a great game where yeah, it might end 28-21, but it was great defense played throughout that. That's what it was these highlight plays, stuff like that. Like the Bills Ravens game, it wasn't bad. I just wasn't like I thought the Steelers and Jets game, like that was a perfect example. Like it was two teams uh that you didn't expect to play that well in week one. They kept it close. It was high. They both put up 30 points, which is something that they don't usually do, at least these past few years. Then Jalen Ramsey had a game winning tackle. They won that game because of defense. That's what I like to see. Like the Bills and Ravens game, it was a good game, but it was just like the Bills, they're down 15. Them being down 15 to anybody is crazy. Then the Ravens and John Harbaugh go another lead. What's surprising about that? Like he has the most blown leads by any head coach in NFL history, if I'm not mistaken. Said the Texans ain't lost in Jacksonville since 2017. The last time the Jaguars had Super Bowl hopes. damn, damn. So the Patriots really could have, the Jags really could have won that game. Now who? Blake Bortles was quarterback when that happened. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Yeah, I like that they're keeping it close. Like I said, I don't want to see a whole bunch of punches because that's boring, but I don't want to see too much scoring either because it's like you still want to see good defense being played. Like you want to see some interceptions, some good tackles, some hard hits. Like you want to see that too, and you obviously want to see the scoring, which just like I'm liking this game so far because it's not super high scoring, and then it's been good offense, and then it's been some good defensive plays as well. It's been some bad play calling, which happens in every game, but I've been entertained by this. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the reason. John Harbaugh might be the reason why Lamar don't win a Super Bowl. And Lamar one of my favorite quarterbacks, but I think, and he has had his playoff struggles. I'm not saying some of those games haven't been on him, but John Harbaugh has so many blown leads. It's crazy to the point where you can't put this on the players if he's the coach with the most blown leads in as a head coach in NFL history. Like at that point, it comes down to the coaching. Like sure, there's some games that in the playoffs that it was on Lamar, but it's also other games where it wasn't on Lamar. So it's like, man, this team gonna struggle to. Like, I don't know if I can trust this team against the Bills or like, I don't know. But yeah, they can't have that in the playoffs. The reason why I say it's not Lamar is because it's been it's not that's not a good sign. Tyreek Hill is limping. Let me get back to the game. Lamar might be a conversation. Now that's a clear hold. He tripped. That's Now that's a hold, but Tyreek Hill tripped. I hope he's all right. He came up limping. Maybe he might sit for a few snaps. Is he still in? Yeah, I think this is a different conversation, which I don't want to go too deep into right now because I want to focus on the game primarily. But it's definitely a video that I might think about making. But quarterbacks get way too much blame. Like everybody targets the quarterback when they lose. I feel like I'm gonna just leave it at that. Quarterbacks get way too much blame in my opinion. Like some stuff does come down to them, but yeah, say you gotta head out. Yeah, Tyreek Hill, Tyreek Hill did come back onto the field. He sat for a few seconds. He back on the field. But have a good night. Appreciate you coming through. For the other people that's still in the chat, what y'all thinking of the game so far? Y'all enjoying it? What y'all think? Tua, just throw the ball away. I don't know why you holding on to it. And then it was receiver in the area too, so there won't be intentional grounding. You just got to get rid of that ball. I don't know what you're doing. So they ain't even go nowhere. Whoa, that was easy. See, this is what I'm saying. Tua, he always looks at his first read. You be too focused on seeing your first read if you're not scanning the whole field. So now it's another punt in this game. All right, that's a good kick. Okay, okay, okay. This is as we going to commercial. Oh wow, this is okay. Damn. So I'm at 491 subscribers now. So a that's amazing. Okay. Wow. We have 491 subscribers now. We're 9 away from 500. So let's see. Because what was I at earlier? But yeah, we at 491 now. I was at 450. What was I at today? I was at 456, I think. I was at like 456. So I think that's where I was. Uh, yeah. Now, this has been a really successful live stream. So yeah, appreciate it. It's at a commercial. But hey, this been all right, but we back to the game now. All right, Buffalo back with the ball. Okay, I don't know what that. All right, at 3rd and 2 for Buffalo. Now, why the sound just go out? All right, don't want that to be too loud. I don't want to get copyrighted. Shit, the Aces sent a Storm game 21-21. All right, Josh, what you doing? Josh, that's a good pass. Oh, I thought he dropped it for a second. All right, that's a good pass. Who the hell is 14? I know Diggs should swear that number. No, I ain't. But, and I mean, with the way he left, it's not like they were going to save it. What's his last name? I'm trying. Now, I don't know who 14 is on the Bills. I got to figure that out after the game or after the third quarter. And Josh, is that Josh Robinson? Out of bounds. Okay. Josh was getting traded down. I was like, whoa. Okay. Yeah, Dog Kincaid been doing his thing in this game. Josh Allen, like I said, he's looking like an MVP candidate already through the first 3 weeks of the season. It's him, Lamar, and Daniel Jones. They probably the top three for MVP right now. I'm trying to, like Daniel Jones, it's not even a throw a pick. Like he really been leading them. He been led the coach to a 2-0 record and look good so far. But Daniel, I'm like, damn. And this game actually entertaining, but it might be over if the Bills score here. I feel like ah, Keon, you got to catch those. Come on, got to catch those, man. Keon Coleman. I mean, damn, there was a little bit of contact. Actually, no, he couldn't catch that. That was he could have. I feel like he could have made the catch, but it would have probably would have been more difficult to just try to catch it. But nah, it was. He did what he could. I think uh, he could have caught it, but yeah, it is what it is. Josh, what are you looking for? Can't take a sack here. Uh Now that's an even worse drop. You could have just that one you could have hauled in. That wasn't Keon, no. I don't know who that was. That was number 26. I feel like he could have caught those. Washington, all right return, I guess. All right, another punt. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Damn, Buffalo had a few punts, which is surprising because Buffalo they're not a team that punts a lot. At least. But hey, with division rivals, you never know what can happen. And I hope everybody enjoying the stream. Hope y'all leave a like on it. Hope y'all sub to the channel. Hope y'all left some comments in the chat. I'm gonna go back to see this. I'm gonna have to go back and watch this to see like how active the sub count it grew. Like I'm gonna drop a video tomorrow, a 2 year anniversary like this. But nah, I gotta look up that creator name. Uh, nah, it's in my YouTube. It's saved in my YouTube thing, so I'm gonna search him up, or I can scroll in the chat because I'm trying to see Tom Grassi. Okay, I don't know if Tom Grassi got Instagram or anything like that, but yeah, damn, he broke a few tackles. That was a rookie who he a fullback. Where did he come from? I don't know what college did he go to. Number 31. Yeah, that was a good ass run. Yeah, I don't know who that is. He a fullback, but I'm trying to see what college he go to. Oh, that's Ollie Gordon. That was him again. Oh, okay. I knew who that is. Ollie Gordon been having a solid game. I ain't hear much about Ollie Gordon in college, but you don't hear much about fullbacks in college, to be honest. Damn, we got stuff there. You shouldn't have did another run play. I don't know. Bernard blew that up. That's a good tackle by Bernard. Second and 12. Yeah. Yeah. And then they took Ollie Gordon out the game. But that's funny. But now that was a bad play. You shouldn't have ran it again. You shouldn't have ran a run play again. You should have did a pass play there. And it probably would have. I mean, two of them might have got sacked, but or they could have. Nah, I think now you got to give credit to the Bills defense because that didn't look like it was going anywhere. Oh, got a first down on that, but it's a flag on the play. Let's see what the flag is. If it's holding, that would suck. If it's holding on the Dolphins, that'd be brutal. Ineligible player downfield on the offense. Oh man, that's probably nah. That's better than holding because that's only 5 yards. Holding is 10, I think. Yeah, that's so it's second and 17 now. You had an easy first down too, man. And now Tua, he can go deep, but can he put him in the right place? That's the only question. Like Tua got an arm, but he they blew that up instantly. They didn't get nowhere. Yeah. Now it's still third down, so they still got. They'll be able to run one more. Well, they gonna. It's 30-14, but third quarter. I mean, yeah, third quarter from the end. Yeah, there's no need to. Yeah, the third quarter from the end. See, it's no point in running the play. So the Bills hold their 21 to 14 lead to end the third quarter. All right, a gambling commercial yet. A gambling commercial, when you put the gambling hotline at the bottom of the screen, is so crazy to me. Because how does that make people stop gambling? How do you know you have an addiction if you keep promoting gambling in every sport? It's gonna be funny as hell when they put gambling in wrestling. Over under on how many hidden ways Will Ospreay gonna hit. They put the over on 4. And watch the nigga hit 3 and sell you. You gotta stop promoting this gambling. Do this for every sport. Promote gambling in football, basketball. Probably do it in golf too. Then you get a gambling hotline at the bottom, like you gonna stop. Nigga, you told me to gamble. There's no way that sub sandwiches, they cannot be under 500 calories. Hell no. There was a lot of shit on that sandwich. Why is he? They need better commercials for these games. Cause why is he under a blanket at some fancy place? Like, he's not even in a room. He just in the hallway under a blanket. Is that wait? It's a Red Bull commercial. I don't even know what animals those are. Cause they ain't even look like penguins. So you know what? I'll just be clueless. Shout out to Aja Wilson and Alana Smith on winning co-defensive player of the year. All right, back to the football game. Dolphins 3rd and 14. Yeah. Oh, they did a lateral on 3rd and 14. That's interesting. It didn't. How many yards did they get on that? They might have got 11 or 12. And 3rd and 14. They say that for the right moment. Oh, they got 10 yards, so they gonna go for it on 4th and 4. All right. I'd be surprised. A lateral for 10 yards on 3rd and 14. Going for it on 4th and 4. They got it too. Jalen Waddle. There you go. They converted too. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to be aggressive if you want to win games. I mean, you're 0-2 at this point, so your chances of making the playoffs is already pretty low because it's only a 17 game season. So that one extra game helps it out a bit more because but it's like if you start on even in the 16 game season, it was super difficult to make the playoffs starting 0-2. So with an extra game makes it maybe it's like the road is still hard, but it's not as hard as it will be in the past with that extra game. Damn, that was a good run. Yeah, A-Chain with the run, good run. Let's see if they can tie it up, or if they might go for two with this with how aggressive play calling been. They might go for two. They're going A-Chain with the ball again. And he ain't get it this. He ain't get nowhere with that. See, now they're trying to get him that touchdown that he didn't get earlier when he was leading them on the great drive they had. They do owe Devon Achane a touchdown for what he did for them. He really he the one that's been keeping them in this game the whole time. If it wasn't for his runs, this game probably isn't as close as it is at this point. And Tua been playing solid too. Like respect to Tua, he been having a good game. second and goal for the Dolphins. Fake to Achan and then pass to Tyreek. Tyreek Hill touchdown. Hit the backflip. Okay. All right, Tyreek Hill with a touchdown. They just an extra point away from tying it. Get a fake to Achan, then the pass to Tyreek Hill. Got good separation, good route. That was too easy. He burnt the defender too. Man, it's been an entertaining game. All right, tie game 21-21. With 12 minutes and 18 seconds left. It's 21-21. Back with these commercials that make no sense. We got the WNBA playoffs on my other screen, which is pretty This game been decent between the Aces and the Storm. So, and I do got to catch that Dream and Fever game once this go off. But the Storm and Aces in the first half right now. They're going to go to halftime soon. I do I do think the Bills gonna close this out though. I think they're gonna go down the field, get a touchdown, and they're gonna stop the Dolphins on their final drive. I think they're gonna waste a lot of this clock. I feel like I can see that happening. Because the only thing the Bills gonna allow this to go into overtime with their division rivals, who the Bills know that they're clearly better than. I don't see them allowing this to go into overtime. The Bills gonna score on this drive, and if they don't, I'll be very surprised. So Tua, 118 to 27, 105 yards, 2 touchdowns. The completion percentage could be a bit better, 18 to 27. He's made some bad throws throughout this game. He's had some turnover worthy plays. He even had a fumble, which he recovered. He recovered his own fumble. But yeah, this game it's been entertaining. It's a tie game now. So we're gonna see what the Bills do on this next possession and see what they made of. Because like, even though they're division rivals, just like this is a game for the Bills. It's like this game shouldn't be this close with the Dolphins. Like you shouldn't be, like they're division rivals, but this shouldn't be a tie game at this point, especially in the fourth quarter. Like in the first quarter, that's understandable. Game just starting, but this deep into the game, you're in a tight battle with the Dolphins. And like I said, it's division rivals, so division games they're always kind of weird. But regardless of how it turns out, this is a must win for the Bills. It's a must win for the Dolphins because they're a winless team, but the Bills are Super Bowl contenders. They can't be losing to teams like the Dolphins, regardless of what division they play in. And Josh Allen, first for Bills team ready. Then the Bills usually time out earlier. I was probably getting ready when that happened, so I ain't even catch that. I ain't even catch when they used one of their second half timeouts. Which I don't know why they actually, you know what, you got to make adjustments. So that's probably why they used it. James Cook. Ooh. James Cook was going to break off for a big run until they tackled him and got him by the ankle. But he got the first down still. That's a good run by James Cook. Like I said, they chewing this clock. That's what they're going to do. They're gonna continue to chew this clock. He ain't getting nothing there, but I don't. He just did a run play, so I don't know why he don't expect them to see that you're gonna try to do that again. But James Cook, he been having a good game. Him and Don Kincaid been doing that thing in this game. Like this Bills team is really talented. I like it's no way that this Bills team isn't the division winners for like the next 5 years, unless something drastic happens and the Patriots get like I don't know. I don't really know what the Patriots need. Like they still a medium. Like I think the Patriots would be the second best team in this division. I think they got the talent to do it. But I think it's gonna be a while before they actually competing for the division again. But it's still gonna be the Bills division for the next few years. I feel like. And then the Jets, I don't know if they'll ever figure it out. It's the Jets. Who knows? At 3rd and 7, and they really. I mean, I guess the run play is still a good way to chew the clock, regardless. See, you could have had an interception there. They so worried about getting breaking up a pass, forcing an incompletion, which you could have got an interception there and put your team in an even better position to score. Ah, never mind. It hit the ground. I'm tweaking. I thought that bounced up in the air, but it hit the ground. Never mind. But I still would have tried to get the interception, like it just bounced up off his hand. But the Bills have to punt again. Okay. This has certainly gotten interesting. It's still 10-19 left. Damn, they ran into the kicker. Flag. There goes the flag. That might just cost him the game. Ran into the kicker. They gonna call roughing the kicker. The kicker shouldn't be able to talk to the ref. Damn, roughing the kicker. I mean, I don't know how he's supposed to stop his momentum, but okay. How can he stop his? See, that's what I don't get. You call it roughing the kicker, but how is he supposed to stop his momentum on that? Running into the kicker, sure, but he just supposed to stop his momentum randomly. Like I don't know. That's so the Bills got the ball back because of that. Got it back in pretty good position too. Handing up to James Cook. Oh wow. Well, that'll probably cost Miami the game if they end up losing, which they probably will at this point. But it's 21-21 with 9:12 left. James Cook, 16 carries, 101 yards, and a touchdown. 3rd and 1. The Bills have used a good amount of this clock. They've been controlling the time of possession. Been doing a great job. And that's a good run. Got a first down too. That was Ty Johnson. Just keep running. They just keep running. And this Bills team really stacked. They got Josh Allen who playing like MVP. You got James Cook who could be in. You got James Cook and Ty Johnson as your backs. Then you got Duncan Cade as your tight end one, and your receivers are Keon Coleman and Khalil Shakir. And this team really talented. Like it's no excuse for them. Them or the Ravens. Them and the Ravens need to be in the AFC Championship against each other. That needs to be the AFC Championship game this year. The Bills and the Ravens. And then they keep throwing to the middle too, or they not Josh not throwing to the outside. It's like, damn, but they really want to keep this clock rolling, which I don't blame them for. Like you save as much time as possible. Josh Allen has threw 26 times, but he 20 or 26, so that's not even crazy because they didn't ran it a decent amount of times as well. Like I said, James Cook had 16 carries up to this point for 101 yards. Like he been doing his thing on the ground, then Josh Allen doing his thing through the air. So they've been cooking. Shakir touchdown. The Bills they extend their lead. That roughing the kicker really bailed them out, but they extend their lead. So it is what it is. Now hopefully he ain't step out of bounds because they're gonna review that. That's the first thing they're gonna look at. Everything. Damn, they didn't get a hand on him. Yeah, he stayed in. I knew he stayed in, but I just had to say that because they always review that stuff, but they didn't even get a hand on him. Khalil Shakir got an easy touchdown. 28-21 game. Bills lead. 28-21 game. Yeah, that rough from the kicker really hurt him. Yeah, Josh Allen still playing like MVP candidate. That rough from the kicker was a bad call, but it's like there's nothing you can do about it. It was a bad call, yeah, but there's no point in complaining about it. It's not gonna change the outcome of anything. It is crazy because it's like, damn, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, it is what it is. The referee's discretion, and the home teams do have the advantage from the refs when they're at home. I'm like, that's been a common thing within sports. Like certain calls are more swayed towards the home team, and that goes for all sports: baseball, basketball, football, soccer. Like it's certain calls that the referees are gonna make that favors that home crowd or favors the home team, not the home crowd. Like that's just how it works. Like that's not something new that was just introduced to. Like that's not something new that was just introduced. Like that's something that's happened before. Well, not before, but happened all the time. Actually, it's not just something that happened once. Like it happens all the time within different sports. That the home team has more advantages than the road team because it's the fact that they're at home. And so the Bills are gonna get certain calls that the Dolphins won't get. Like I don't think that's real. Like that's just how it works. That's just the mentality of the referees. It's like it is what it is. But if a team is getting blown out, I think that's different. Like when a team getting blown out, I think refs really don't care. But if it's obvious, they're gonna call it. But if it's like 50-50, then it's like, is it really a point in calling it? Like we still want to do our job as officials, but at the end of the day, it's like that. If you shoot two free throws, you lose by 15 instead of 17. Who cares? We don't care about your parlay. So we're not the ones putting money on the game. So damn, Tyreek Hill being investigated. So he can be being investigated and still playing is kind of crazy. Okay, I guess. But shouldn't that be something that? But how's the NFL investigating him for domestic violence? Shouldn't that be something that shouldn't it be something that the legal system does? The NFL not a legal system. All right, you know what? He can keep playing. Not my problem. Like, that's so random. Huh, throw in a fun fact. Want to give us a random ass fun fact? He being investigated for domestic violence. Oh, whoa. Okay. What? Why is he being investigated by the NFL and not actual cops, the actual legal system? Like, that's so random. Oh, Tyreek Hill, he's being investigated. What? Where does that even come from? It wasn't even shit said about Tyreek Hill for that to come up. They just showed his face. They was like, oh yeah, we have to get this on air. We have to talk about this. Whoa. What they got to do with sports? And how did we get here? How did we get to this conversation? It was nowhere in this where that statement was required to be said. I'm like, whoa, okay, y'all got it. Because it ain't no way. That's what y'all doing? Oh, yeah, that's insane. That's straight insanity to me that they would even mention that. Like, why would you do that? The Tua? Oh, my goodness. Tua. Damn, how do you, like, how can you throw so far but be so bad at it? Like, you just overthrew Tyreek so badly to the point where he couldn't even catch the ball. He had to jump up and try. And he was jumping up, he was going to land out of bounds. It was no point in him trying to catch it. Like, man, this guy, ooh, this man, Tua, come on now. You that bad? Nah, Tua getting benched by week 6. Forget week 8. He getting benched by week 6, I promise. And if that stay by, he getting benched then. If yeah, if they bye week is week 6, then he getting benched by week 7. I don't know when they bye week is. That's a good pass to Waddle. Okay. I wouldn't be I wouldn't be mad if the Dolphins went for 2. If they get a touchdown and go for 2, try to win it, I'm not even mad at that. Because you go to the overtime with the Bills, you're not winning. The only team that's winning in overtime versus the Bills is the Chiefs. We all know this. Which I think they play at some point this season. So that's definitely going to be interesting. And Jalen Waddle got 4 catches for 26 yards and a touchdown. He really been having a quiet night aside from that touchdown. Like, he done had a few good plays, but it's like, damn. AJ, you should have cut back left. Now, I don't know why the Dolphins waste the clock. Y'all the ones down. Why are you wasting clock? Do you want it to go to overtime? Like, I don't know why that's what the Dolphins will want. 2nd and 8 and Tua. Yeah, he gonna set up somebody to get hurt real bad. His throws really be putting his receivers in bad spots. It'd be like, damn. Like, well, skill positions. Let me not just say receivers and sales to the tight end. His pass would be putting his skill position players in tough spots where it's like, if he catch that, he might be done for. And it's not on purpose, but it's just like, damn, you can. Instead of, did I just see a guy with a bear mask in a Bills versus Dolphins game? Aren't Bills are not Bears? Be, aren't they Buffalo? Isn't that based off of Buffalo? There was a bear head. Wrong team. Wrong team, buddy. What is happening? The Dolphins called a timeout. Okay, I mean, they need to make adjustments. They got to get a touchdown here, tie this game up. The Jags play the Texans on Sunday. That should be interesting. Like I said, that's a weak ass division. The Jags have a 50. Well, the Jags at home though, but they got a 53% chance of winning. The Panthers play the Falcons. Panthers need that. They at home too, but Atlanta got a 57% chance of winning. Interesting. The Bucks and the Jets. All right, Tua to Waddle. Okay, it's a good pass. And moving the chains. 4:35 left. Good drive. Okay, Tua doing his thing. He's stepping up in his fourth quarter. So that was a good pass by Tua to Waddle. And doing his thing so far. But 21-33 is crazy. That's kind of wild. Like his completion percentage needs to be better than that. 21 of 33. Like, oh my goodness. Damn, the storm for the. I got the storm in Aces game on the other side of my computer. I'm looking at that like, damn, the storm from the comeback. But they was only down 7, but they didn't cut the lead. I'm like, okay. Damn, Tua in the round at Washington. And did he get it? Oh, he might have came up a yard short. So they still trying to figure out the spot for that. He might have came up a yard short because I think his knee came down before he was able to get to the first down marker. Oh, it wasn't. It's first and 10. That's surprising. I thought he was down. I ain't gonna lie. They should keep it on the ground. Yeah, they should definitely keep it on the ground here. Two just threw an interception. That's the game. It's 3 minutes left, but that's the game. You should have ran the ball. They should have did a run play. What was that? What it? Tua? What the hell? Oh, now that's a terrible interception. Just a terrible play call, but an even worse, even worse play. Like the execution was so bad. Like, bro, what the hell? Like, why are you look? Do you not see? That was the easiest interception of Bernard's career. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, 3 minutes left. It's probably a game here. They just gotta run the clock down to the 2 minute warning. And they gonna keep it on the ground too. James Cook finna get his. James Cook finna eat. And then if he do target somebody, it's either gonna be Keon Coleman or Dalton Kincaid. He gonna target them. They gonna stay in bounds, let the clock run down. Yeah, they once they get to that 2 minute warning, the Bills got it. And that just won the Bills game there. And that's a terrible interception to throw at that point in the game. Now I don't need this commercial to be super long because there's only 3 minutes left in the game. So these commercials not that important. Zebo. Man, Zebo probably don't even work. But yeah, that was a crucial interception, or detrimental, should I say, detrimental interception for uh what's his name? To a detrimental interception that cost his team the game. It's gonna end. This game's gonna end soon, and this game went much quicker than the last two games because the Eagles Cowboys game had a weather delay in the first one, which that took forever. So I wasn't even able to finish the live for that. Then the one last week, it was a lot more passing, and it was a lot of running in this game, a lot of run plays. See, that's why Tua he only looking at one read. And that's why he threw that interception. Like you're so focused on that one spot. Like he didn't see him coming because he's so focused on that one spot. Like scan the field. That was too easy. And they're gonna keep the ball on the ground. The Dolphins got what, two timeouts? Oh my goodness. It's a flag on the play. That might be a hold. Yeah, that was a good run too. Yeah, holds on the offense. Damn, that was a good run. I'm trying to see this shit be over with now. That was a good ass run though. Oh, man. I mean, he barely touched him. That's kind of crazy. He barely touched him. They, they just gave that to make up for the call from earlier because he barely touched him. They just wanted to make up for the call for earlier. That's all they did that for. But it's first and 20, and I still think they're running it on this play. Yeah, they just trying to run the clock down. They're not trying to. Are the Dolphins gonna waste their timeouts now? Yeah, it's their second timeout. You got the 2 minute warning, but you only got one timeout left. So then the Buffalo get the Saints next week. They getting two bye weeks in one season. That's crazy. Oh, they play the Chiefs in week 9. I think that's what they said. Cause they bye week 7. All right, that should be entertaining. Second and 16. Damn, first down on a second and 16. The Dolphins called a timeout for no reason. Second and 16, and he got double that. Tua really lost him the game. And that was Moore. Is that Elijah Moore? He got second and 16 plus some. He got way more than the 16 he needed. So much green grass in front of him. And that was a good pass by Josh Allen. All that green grass that he had, or green turf. Like, damn, that was too easy. It's going to go to the 2 minute warning now. Yep, 2 minute warning. Yeah, this game over. They really just want to have to one more first down, then some knees, and that's a game. I remember this. I remember seeing the promotion for this movie. This looked kind of interesting, but I don't know if I want to watch it though. I don't know, like him, like that looked interesting. I'm like, do I have the money to see that? I just thought, like, I want they might put it on the thing on we got like this little streaming thing here to watch movies, so I gotta watch Final Destination Bloodlines. I gotta see that when I get a chance, which I'll be able to do. But it's just been a busy weekend, so I gotta get stuff done. Like I might go to sleep after, and I gotta see that playoff game all the way through between the Aces and the Storm. But damn, I do kind of need this game to hurry up because I gotta use the bathroom. The soccer not so bad. I seen a soccer game earlier. I don't know if Akron lost or not, but we was. Man, I mean, it is what it is. Seahawks and Cardinals next Thursday. Hmm. Who the uh, who the Seahawks got? Oh, they got Cooper Cup. Well, no, they don't. Do they? Yeah, they got Cooper Cup. I think they got JSN. So that's cool. Then the Cardinals, who they got? Who the Cardinals got that I like? They Kyler Cool. They got Marvin Harrison Jr. It was a running back. What's his name? James Conner. So the Bills gonna call it. The Dolphins gonna call a timeout. But if they get this first down, that's gonna be the end of the game. So they just gotta get the first down. Damn, this been a really good screen. I've been enjoying this. And I can't wait to do more of these in the coming weeks. But I'll see y'all next week for the Cardinals and Seahawks game. I really could make these a week early because I'm gonna know the games ahead of time. I don't know what Christmas game I want to do since Christmas on a Thursday. I gotta see the Christmas schedule because it gotta be a specific game that I point out that I do a watch along for, or if at all for Christmas. I might do a watch along that week, but not on Christmas Day. Yeah, once they gonna get this first down, they gonna win this game. That's all they need to do now. Just get the first down and close this game out. See now the Dolphins defense want to step up. What's that? Third and six. They still showing this punt from earlier. Like damn, it was rough from the punter. Let it go. I was third and seven. So now they got a pass here. Josh Allen might just run for it. That's wild. Damn. So the Dolphins do get a stop here. But the Bills can run the clock all the way down. And I don't trust Tua arm. So he can get it downfield, but can he get it to the right spot? We don't know. We really don't. They're gonna punt, but I don't see the Dolphins scoring in that time. Are they gonna go for it on fourth? They're not gonna go for it on 4th and 5. They actually they might try to draw them off, but I thought somebody moved. I was like, I know they're not going for it, but I thought somebody moved. I was gonna be like, damn, they really got y'all. Wait, can they kick a field goal from where they at? I didn't even pay attention to where they was at, but I'm pretty sure they can kick a field goal. All right, I don't know why we need another commercial. Like, oh my goodness. like the Giants and Bills. Why does that game matter when the Bills are playing the Dolphins? Yeah, they can't kick a field goal. 48 yards. And Matt Prater. It's good. Field goal is good. So it's no chance of them coming back. I'm gonna just wait till the clock hits 0 to end the screen. But yeah, them coming back from 10 with 22 seconds left, that'd be a miracle. Yeah, this game didn't even take super long, which is crazy. This game went by fast as hell. 8:50. It started at 8:15, so it's been close to 3 hours, but damn, it's a fast ass 3 hours. Seahawks and Cardinals next week. Yeah, I'll be back next week for another stream. I have Buffalo kicking it off. I wonder if they're gonna try to return this or what. Nah, they not. Because you do need a touchdown. So Bills to the Super Bowl. Who knows? We'll see what happens. They gotta they gotta at least get to the AFC Championship though. That's for sure. They gotta get there. If they don't get to the AFC Championship, then man, I don't know. Teams should start 3-0 from 2021 to 2024, 15 and 12 of them made the playoffs. Now the three that didn't make the playoffs, y'all, that's crazy. Study. Like it's a 17 game season, so come on now. It's 31-21. Just take a deep shot down the field. Like just to get to the middle, you don't even got no timeouts. You wasted all of them. Damn. Y'all down 10 just to give up. But I do want to see Tua take a deep shot just to see what's gonna happen. Because if he throw another interception, that'd be so funny. I want to see how this gonna end though. Like they got to do some. Like he got to be some strategic. Like he got to be like a dope play. And Tua almost threw another interception. The commentator talking about he going to Miami tonight. So you gonna fly from Buffalo to Miami? Like, nigga, it's 11. What you mean tonight? Let's see, they got 11 seconds on. Yeah, game over. Well, the Bills win. Bills win at 31-21. The Bills improved to 3-0. Dolphins fall to 0-3. This was a really good stream, a very successful day. So appreciate everybody that came through. Appreciate was I forget his name, but the guy that rated me, give him his credit. What's his name? Tom Grassi. Shout out him. This was a very successful stream. So I'm finna head out though. I had fun with this, and I'll see y'all tomorrow morning for my 2-year YouTube anniversary. dropping a video about Kaylin Clark. So hope y'all are tuning in for that. And like I said, leave a like, subscribe, comment, do all that, share for others to see. Just share the channel. You don't even got to share this video. Watch my other videos, like those, comment on those.